Hello and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X-2. I'm Zachary Jelkum, and today we're actually going to Jose Temple. They said they were in trouble, so why don't we give them some help? Who knows, it might be somewhat important to the story. What a concept! That does not sound like good music. Where is Gipple at a time like this?
He says Gipple's not back yet.
Yeah.
Wonder if he's still with Nooch and Bearline.
Probably.
We're trying to fend off the fiends, and I didn't catch that. Something fused with Machina.
Not good. Then that's our cue.
And we have another mission! Mission time. No way, Jose! We have to go help Jose Temple. Like any other way we did before. And we all know what that means. Brute force. Shinra, as always, is going to put up a comm sphere here. And while we're here, why don't we mess around with what we can do? Make sure we're actually getting something fairly good. Now, I know I'm kind of showing off skills. Don't really take any of these into consideration to what I have. It'll be completely different, probably, in the next chapter. That's where I started using the recording from the replay through. So, just something to consider. Now, these are basically what the main staple of the fiends that are inside the Jose Temple. You've seen them before. They're not really all that hard. These are a little bit different colored than what we've seen before. These are Parika. They are, again, still Thunder Elemental. Thunder Elemental doesn't actually sound like a correct term for this game, but it works. Kill them with water, drown them, drench them in the heavenly splendor. I'm stopping. I'm getting no, yeah, going off on a tangent. We can go up there, but there's treasure. The treasure is obviously more important, so we need to go after that. We get a stamina spring, which I don't exactly know what it does. I've played Final Fantasy for too long, and I don't know what a stamina spring does. There's going to be lots of different fights here. We're in a room, a circular room, that you have pedestals. When you push the correct pedestal, which I think should be the next one after this, you unlock the gate. It's random every time, but you can always fight for experience for the other ones. You can continue to do that afterwards too. If you press the wrong pedestal in, you have to fight a gang of fiends. Pretty standard stuff.
Merge with Al Bhed Machina. Isn't that what they said?
How can this be?
fearsome boss.
This can't be
This is Ixion, which we have seen from the, or we have, if you played the first game, you should know from there. Just looked up the stamina spring. Apparently, it's basically drain. It works that way, essentially. I'm probably never going to use it, but essentially that's what it's supposed to be. Alright, so we have Dark Ixion here, which is the Thunder Aeon, or the Lightning Aeon, whichever you would want to call it. Weak to water, like most lightning elementals. This is actually a fairly difficult fight, even if you're all the way powered up, kind of like what I am. Just because Ixion is really fast. Ow! I got that while I was doing the random encounters with Riku. Hal basically gives you, it doesn't basically, it doubles your max HP. So most of the time it will give Riku into whatchamacallit, into yellow, or weakened, or less than half. I think it's less than half when they start doing that. If you're using Riku as a Berserker, it'd be a lot more of a benefit to you using, I think it's Unhinge. Whichever one it is that you lower their accuracy and their evasion, because Ixion is very quick and very agile. Arrow Spark, by the way, hurts like nothing else. It's a very strong technique. And I'm not setting a very good example with Pain. She's more being the healer at the moment, and buffing herself while the other two fight. Oddly enough, Ixion, the name, unlike the other several names, I'm not sure about Valfor, but Shiva, Ifrit, Bahamut, which come from Indian culture most likely. Might be Arabic for Ifrit, but I know Shiva and Bahamut come from Hindu culture. Ixion is actually a classical, by that I mean Greek or Roman name, which is oddly enough nothing like what he portrays. Ixion is actually one of the in Roman mythology is actually one of the four of the most, I don't remember exactly what they're called. Give me a second. From me looking, they didn't really give him a name for what. But there's essentially four cardinal sins for the Romans, or treacheries, or whatever you want to call them. Ixion was one of them. Ixion lusted after Zeus's or Jupiter's wife, Juno or Hera, whichever Greek or Roman mythology you want to go with. And Jupiter / Zeus made a cloud version of Hera, and with her, Ixion made the Centaurs, which are technically supposed to be an evil group of an evil race of creatures. And for that, Zeus smited Ixion with a thunderbolt to Tartarus, which is the bad version, or the worst version of the underworld, where he was perpetually tormented for the rest of his soulness, by being strapped to a flaming wheel with snakes. So the snakes bound him to the wheel as the wheel was burning and turning. Not very pleasant, but the Birth of the Centaurs kind of gives you the horse part, I guess.
Oh,
And the thunderbolt being hit with it kind of gives you the lightning, I guess. Ixion replaces the normal summon for people,
no way.
or normal summon for Final Fantasy of Rama, which is actually goes along with the other
It was as though all the
three
secrets in
of
the world might be
kind
hidden in its
of
depths.
Southern
Something told me to
Asian
stay away.
mythology.
These secrets are not for me to know.
That's my story, and now we get cutscenes, and I am glad they have.
Get back!
What?
I'm glad they have whatchamacallits, subtitles, because then it's not necessarily terrible that it talked over all of that. But I'll mostly keep quiet for the next couple cutscenes. Oh, that's not good. At least we finally find out where the holes go.
It's so bright.
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Ah, you can hear me.
I can't see you. Where are you?
Right here.
What's happening?
I finally found you.
Is that really you?
It is me. Shuyen. I've waited so long. Len,
But I'm not Len.
Len. We disappeared together, but when I awoke, I was alone. I looked for you for so long. While I wandered, I realized something. Spira hasn't really changed at all. Everyone's still fighting over nothing, still dying like they used to. 1,000 years have passed, and they can't leave the hatred behind. I'm through waiting. I'll fix it. This world continues to fail us, and what's worse, I failed to protect you. Vegnagun will make that all go away. And we'll fade again, together. Help me do it. Len.
Don't touch me. Whose feelings are these? Len's? Mine?
Open your eyes! The end is not far now. Give this to Payne. It was all I was able to find.
Yeah, give her this one, too.
Huh?
Our wills.
He's kidding. Just make sure Payne gets him, alright?
How do you know her?
The four of us go way back.
Don't go.
It's under control.
Take care of things topside.
And we get Crimson Sphere 2 and 3. You all thought I left, didn't you?
I
I'm
didn't
kind of
know
sorry
what
for
had
the
happened.
clearing my throat
Everywhere I
constantly. I
looked,
don't know what is
I
up.
found only questions. But more than anything, I'm just angry. One thing after another, and I'm already confused to begin with. Hey! Where am I?
Alright, there's a part coming up in a couple of seconds. When I tell you to start hammering on the X button if you're playing the North American version, and the circle button if you're playing the Japanese or the PAL version, I think. It's whatever you use to select stuff. Do it then. Or else you'll miss a lot of percent points. Okay, I don't think it's a lot. You missed a few. You miss a few.
I'm all alone.
Now!
Where are you?
And just keep hammering on it. The rest of the cutscene won't skip.
Wait!
You just gotta keep pressing that X button. You should have heard me while I was doing this. It was like... Wait, where's an actual controller? It would have been sounding like... I don't know if you can hear that, but... That's what it would have sounded like if you could hear that. That's a familiar hole. Don't take that wrong. But we're back in Bavel. The underground of Bavel.
Come in, Yuna. Yuna!
Yuna, reporting in.
Yuna!
And that's Chapter 3. Save your progress. Anyway, just like to thank you all for watching. I think I fixed all of the little little things for the widescreen view. Yeah, I'm very picky. I want everything to be kind of all nice and neat type thing. Anyway, I'm Zachary Chuck. Thank you all for watching. And remember, have fun gaming. See ya.